the borough of Brooklyn. That's the location for the Pelicans. The 3-and-D specialist Lou Dort. They'll need his intensity tonight as they settle in for game time at Barclays Center. Pelicans, Nets, tip-off just moments away. Happy Monday, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. Good evening to all of you. With two we are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at the Pelicans, they're still trying to get something started this year, currently at the bottom of the conference. All right, let's take a look at New Orleans' starting lineup. We've got Jared Vanderbilt. He's out there with Herb Jones. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Lou Dort. And it's King in at the point guard position. And for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton out there with Zion Williamson. Then there's Jaden Ivey. Then it's Dimon. And it's Thomas in at the 3, the small forward. And the tip goes to the Nets. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. So we'll see Zion Williamson go to the line here. They'll pin that one on Jonathan Isaac. Well, Grant, how do you slow down Zion Williamson?
Oh, glad I didn't have to, B.A. Obviously, you've got to play him for the drive and keep him in front of you. And when he gets anywhere near the paint, you have to bring the help.
And the free throw, no good.
Yeah, the physical abilities of Zion are truly next level. His build, his strength, I mean, it makes him difficult to defend and totally unique.
Dort for 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. And now the Nets on the break. Ivey passes to Williamson. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Jared Vanderbilt. That's his first foul of the game.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Thomas outside. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. And Claxton throws it down.
Claxton, an elite finisher at the rim. That is nicely done.
King, the pass to Dort. We played just over a minute here in the first. Here's King, coming off a terrific game against Minnesota. Can't connect from short range. Brooklyn with the ball. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
Yeah, they were able to execute offensively in a hostile environment, which led to a lot of high percentage shots.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
Inside, here's Dort. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Lou Dort's frame is exactly built for that kind of shot. He is big, strong, and tough, folks.
Claxton, a screen on Vanderbilt. And he makes it on the layup.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Here's King. He's averaging 35.5 a game. Excellent production. Six to shoot. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. They get it again. Off with the layup.
So often the outcome of a game is dictated in the first quarter of a game. This is a tough start.
Pass to Williamson. High post Claxton. Ivey outside. Over Dort. Ivey's shot is off. Pelicans trail by 4. Dort, the pass to King. Back to Dort. To the right side. The 3 ball. King gets the bucket.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Claxton, a screen on Vanderbilt. Williamson passes to Claxton, and it's going to be a 3-second call. And while we have a moment, let's recognize a player who has been working hard lately. Your Western Conference Player of the Week.
He has been the complete package and more over this stretch. I can't think of another guy who has taken his team's needs upon himself like he has. He's a one-man army out there.
Pass to King for 3. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now.
Boy, still trying to get comfortable out there right now.
Now here's Williamson. Screen by Claxton, and here's Ivy from the arc. Jones grabs the board.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
King, the pass to Dort. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. To the inside, Williamson, and he banks in the layup. Williamson's got 6 points.
A monster down low. Zion is scary.
Pass to King. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And now about a third of the way into the season. You think it's too early to talk about awards, Grant?
You know, B.A., it depends on the award, if I'm being honest. MVP and Rookie of the Year, that's way too early. You can begin to see the guys who are in the running for Most Improved or 6th Man.
And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, this is what we've come to expect from him, right? Excellence at the foul line.
Ivy outside. To the paint. Here's Demon. The Pelicans pull it in.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Pass to King. Kicks it out to Isaac. Over Williamson. And again, New Orleans no good.
Boy, he looks and will take that shot every time. Just won't go.
Down low. Here's Demon. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
So timeout called here, the first for New Orleans. New Orleans making some changes. Bassey comes in for Isaac, and Wright subbed in for Vanderbilt. Pelicans trail by 3. Here's King. 5 points in the game. Rejected by Claxton.
This is why he's out there. Protect the paint at all costs. Nick Claxton send it back.
Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
Here's King. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 5 rebounds in the game.
Nothing going his way. Boy, it feels like he's forcing it and to no avail.
Here's Ivy, and there's another one for Brooklyn.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
But if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Dort up top. It's Wright on the wing. Pass to King. Back to Wright. 3-pointer. Rebound Brooklyn. Claxton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Picked by Williamson. And here's Claxton. Williamson left side. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Pelicans trail by 9. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
All right, I'm told we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, joining us now with the latest news. Shams, what's the update?
Thank you, BA. The Memphis Grizzlies showing they are eager to make personnel changes early on still in the season. They're bringing in Miles Bridges to shore up the front court of this team. Bridges is a minutes-eating, rebound-grabbing, explosive finisher, and I'm told this club knows that a player like Bridges brings competitive edge in close games. That boosts your chances to win in crunch time.
All right, Shams, thank you. Much appreciated. And he can't get that one. And right with the defensive effort. Pass to Dort. Outside Jones. Here's King. 5 points in the game. Thomas with the ball, and it's Bassi picking him up. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, the athleticism on display. Nick Claxton makes these throwdowns look easy.
And here's Dort. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Minnesota.
And he was aggressive in how he played on the defensive side of the floor, notching 3 steals on the game.
And again, New Orleans no good.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Good. And now an 11-point Nets lead.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
And he's going for the oop here.
Oh, what a pass. Those two read each other really well.
Looks like a play they've definitely run in practice. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Ivy. Now Claxton. Here's Dimon. 5 to shoot. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. And the Nets lead by 11.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's King. He's got 5. Right with the bucket.
Creating easier opportunities for your guys to score. That is good offense.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Zion Williamson is a force offensively, but now he's applying his physical gifts to the other end of the court. He said, quote, teams were hunting me on defense. Watching the film, I didn't like that. I just started taking a lot more pride in it, working on it so I can hold my own. Back to you guys.
Locking in. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. New Orleans calls timeout. Now looking at the 2K leaderboard, specifically which teams have created a lot of turnovers and cashed in on the other end during the last 10 games. The Pelicans, number 1, 4th, the Nets.
Both rosters filled with riverboat gamblers. These guys are looking to create turnovers every possession.
Now for an update on Jonathan Isaac's injury, let's go to Allie LaForce.
Guys, I had a moment to catch up with New Orleans head athletic trainer. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. Unfortunate for him personally, but he has been given the go-ahead from the team. We'll see what he chooses to do given the unlikelihood that they make the playoffs.
All right, Allie, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to be a while before we see him again, and that hurts. You hope to maximize your time in this league as much as possible. Being out that long has got to be heartbreaking for this young guy.
Nets leading by 9. Here's Traore. Pass to Williamson. Now here's Thomas. The Pelicans pull it in. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Brooklyn this season. Will grant for a late first-round pick. Cam Thomas is a certified bucket.
Yeah, B.A., he's got every shot in the book. And he's still rounding out the other aspects of his game. But if you need to score, that he can provide. Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Nets.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
The other thing they're doing is making plays off the bounce, and boy, once they get a step, they're getting all the way.
And he can't get the first one. Brooklyn making a switch here. Good on the second one. Here's Clowney. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Pass to Toure. Goes up at the elbow. And King pulls it down.
Oh, the defense very willing to live with that mid-range jumper.
There's the steal. Here we go. Here's Wolf. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. And the Nets lead by 10.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
Pass to Toure. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets ending the quarter up 10. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Pelicans trail by 10. Here's Dimon. 9 points in his last outing. Ivy outside. Caruso against Thomas. The three is up. And King pulls it down.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Pass to Flanders. Here's King. And that one is stuffed right through.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
Intercepted. And now New Orleans on the break. The finish. And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Flanders passes to King. He nails it. That's his fifth make in 11 tries.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Williamson looking around. Pass to Thomas. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
King, the pass to Flanders. They set a pick. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. They've led by as many as 11. Thomas outside. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Oh, Williamson with the throwdown.
And Zion living up to his full potential tonight. He can be a terrifying matchup when he's playing with energy.
Here's King. He's got 13. Pass to Flanders from outside the arc. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Williamson's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Dimmitt. That one's in. Coming off a nice dish from Williamson. Dimmitt's got 6.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
King, the pass to Flanders. Shot clock at 6. Not going to go that time. Ivy with the defensive effort.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical. Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Isaac, he's checked in for New Orleans. Pass to Claxton. And it's rejected. And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
Boy, you love to see that. That's where Nick Claxton carving space and drawing contact. That's big time.
These are his first free throws of the game. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
Here's Dimon. 6 points for him. Williamson outside. Claxton a screen on Isaac. Clock at 6. Pass to Dimon. Lets it go from deep and is blocked. And here's what the schedule for Brooklyn looks like. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Bam Adebayo and the Miami Heat. And then on Thursday, they'll face off against Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies.
In that game against the Bucks, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more even pairing in the league. That one promises to be a really closely fought battle.
Here's Thomas. That one's in. Coming off a nice dish from Williamson. And the Nets lead by 6. And New Orleans shooting just 38% in this quarter. Pass to Flanders. Here's King. He's got 15. And no good trying to use the glass.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
And Claxton throws it down.
Listen, at this point, keep feeding Nick Claxton because right now his confidence is surging.
New Orleans calls timeout.
Everyone, I needed to get loud and for your
New Orleans making a change here. Wright's checked in. And now with a break in the action, here's a look at some of the best passing big men in the league this season. 5th on the list, Zion Williamson.
And you have to credit the high basketball IQ of these bigs. They see the floor so well, and that's whether they're facing up or dishing out of the post.
A feel for the game and terrific court vision. There's not an angle or an open teammate that they won't spot and find right away. The simple little draw and dish play is elevated to an art form by that group.
Here's King. He's averaging 35 and a half a game. Excellent production. Flanders passes to Bamba. Here's King. Screen by Bamba from 18 feet away. No good off the glass. Brooklyn with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. 26 seconds left in the second.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call. "24 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball.
And out of bounds, New Orleans will have it. Pelicans trail by 10.
Might be a good idea to run the clock. Hold it for the last shot.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Here's King. 15 points in the game. With 1 on the clock. No luck on that one. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. Brooklyn out in front, up 10. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Brooklyn Nets.
One of the best ways to control the game, take care of the boards. Don't give up second chance points.
And at the offensive end, when you can turn misses into makes, that's found money.
And now a subject that's always of interest, player movement around the league.
This is a big add in Bridges. Every team's trying to stack those two-way wings, and he certainly fits that bill.
Yeah, he can knock down threes at one end and lock down a score in the other. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Pelicans trail by 10. So for New Orleans right now. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Herb Jones. Then there's Lou Dort. And it's King in at the point guard position.
Boy, how about the reach of Nick Claxton? He uses every bit of that 7-foot wingspan.
Here's King. With the drive. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. King's got 17.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Claxton a screen on Vanderbilt. Here's Williamson. Forceful play by Zion.
They have no answer defensively inside.
King, the pass to Dort. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. 6 on the shot clock. And here comes the break. Here's Dimon, defended by Jones. Thomas against Dort. Just 5 to shoot, and as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Wright's checked in for the Pelicans.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
And funny thing is, if that doesn't get you benched, I have no idea what would.
Pass to Vanderbilt, and he lobs it up. Another steal. 2 minutes into the second half of play now, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Claxton. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at Brooklyn, right now 5th in the division, right in the middle.
I think for the Nets, they've stayed within arm's length of the conference leaders. That in itself is an accomplishment at this point in the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
Here's King. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night. So he gets them both. Nets leading by 8. Pass to Thomas. Inside. Here's Williamson. Ooh, went in there strong and tried to power it down. But he drew the contact, and he'll head to the line.
Even as much as we've seen him, we still marvel at the power of Zion around the basket. It's hard for a defender to deal with this kind of strength.
He hits the 2nd from the line. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Dort with it, averaging around 5 points a game. Here's King. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
The officials were right on top of that one.
So far, he's made all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. He does not get the second one.
There's one principal reason why they're sitting on this lead. Rebounding.
Well, when you think about Cam Thomas, Doris, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Well, it's the first thing that comes into Cam's mind, and that's put the ball in the basket. And the ability to do it from range or off the bounce, this guy is a special offensive player.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Those who've worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Guys, back over to you.
Thank you, Allie. Pass to Ivy. Let's go with a 3. Vanderbilt pulls it in.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Wright. Brooklyn pulls it in. Williamson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now Ivy fires the 3. Vanderbilt pulls it in. Vanderbilt's got his 4th rebound in this one. And he drops in the layup off the glass. King's got 7 points here in the quarter.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Pass to Dort. There's a screen. Here's King. Brooklyn with the board. Williamson's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Ivy. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And look at Ivy rising above, giving it his all on that slam.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. It'll be on Zion Williamson. Here's King. He's got 22. Kicks it out to Isaac. King, the pass to Jones. Thomas with the defensive effort.
Boy, he had a clear look at it. Ooh, you hate to miss chippies like that.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Thomas has got his 2nd basket.
When Cam Thomas finds a look, folks, he is going to attack.
Dort outside. Pass to King. Lays it up and banks it in. King's got 24 points.
He's scoring the rock at will, but he needs more help from his teammates.
Ivy passes to Williamson. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
Vanderbilt, the pass to King. On the take. And he gets the bucket. King's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
Well, they're still losing, but it's not because of him. He's been lights out this quarter.
Vanderbilt against Williamson. Another steal. Vanderbilt, no good. Brooklyn leading by 6. Here's Dimon. He has 6. Williamson outside from behind the arc. Oh my, came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Physically, there's just no way to match up with Zion, especially now that he can go to the right hand.
Wright's checked in for Isaac. No good on the second free throw. And he misses all 3. Pelicans trail by 6. Here's King. 26 points for him. Wright outside. Shoots. Cans it with nobody near him. Wright's got 14.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Thomas outside. Pass to Williamson. Here's Dimon. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Boy, the team doing pretty well despite his offensive struggles right now.
Here's King. He's averaging 35.5 a game. Excellent production.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
Lots to talk about here, guys. I mean, losing momentum and looking for answers.
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Clowney. And Zion Williamson subbed in for Aldama. Here's Dimon. Pass to Claxton. Here's Thomas for 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3.
You have to appreciate the strides Cam Thomas is making as a player. His confidence is growing. He attacks without hesitation. Lots to come with this guy.
And he's good on the second. And he nails the third.
Boy, when you talk about rhythm scorer, the first guy or one of the first guys to come to mind is Cam Thomas. Very difficult to slow him down when he gets on a heater.
We've got Nicholas Claxton, Dimon out there with Jaden Ivey. Then there's Zion Williamson, and it's Thomas in at small forward. So that's the Nets 5. It's good on the putback.
You gotta love how he stuck with the play. Nice work.
The Nets have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Claxton finds Ivey, and here's Thomas. No good on the 3.
I'll tell you, this is not a game he'll want to individually remember, but they are positioned to close this thing out.
Here's King. Ivey defends. Clock at 4. Wright with a screen on Ivey to take the lead. Claxton with a rebound.
Boy, this guy was able to connect from deep in the first half. Hasn't found the range since.
Pass to Thomas. Now Ivey. And here's Williamson, defended by Bassie.
Good physicality from him in the second half, earning more trips to the line.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
They've also been scoring on the break with how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Here's King. Three-pointer off the mark.
That's how you stay connected to a shooter. Was right in his jersey.
Lets it fly. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Pass to Gilliard. Here's Bassey. He's guarded by Claxton. Here's Flanders. To the left side wing. Gilliard. Counted from distance. Gilliard's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Dimon. Kicks it out to Williamson. Pass to Dimon. 4-3. And the Nets miss again.
Well, trying to reply to the three on the other end just doesn't go down for him.
To the left wing. And there's a pick. To the middle. And stolen by Claxton. Here's Dimon. Pass to Thomas. Now here's Williamson. Back to Thomas. Fires from deep. And King pulls it down. The Pelicans trail. Here's Flanders. To take the lead. And it's good on the layup.
Oh, that's a big bucket. Putting the offense on his shoulders right there.
Thomas outside. Pass to Williamson. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
Oh, in a close game like this, that is the kind of mental lapse you have to avoid.
New Orleans has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Here's King. There's a screen by Bassey. Shot from the top of the key. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's. Brooklyn has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Ivy outside. Pass to Williamson. They get back on track. It's hauled in by New Orleans. They'll be playing host to Houston for their next game. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. The Pelicans call timeout.
Yeah, there's something wrong with him right now. Have to use that timeout and get him some medical attention.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks so much. I was able to hear New Orleans. Coach going over their plan during the break. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Claxton up top. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
With that being his 4th foul, does the offense now look to target this guy?
Wright's checked in for the Pelicans. New Orleans leading by 3. Outside Dort. He launches. The free ball is down.
You can see the work Lou Dort has put in to make himself a threat from 3. That's a pretty looking shot right there.
Cam Thomas. Oh, missed on the tray.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Oh, the offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Here's King. Dort outside. And there's a 3-second violation. And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Thomas against Jones. Lets it fly from 18. Shot's no good.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Up again. Oh, he rips it down off the miss.
Ooh, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Nets trail by 8. Now Thomas. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter here. 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. Can't get it.
Just showing some tremendous authority controlling the boards. Love it.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Pelicans.
It was stop and go for them along the way, but they finally seized full control of this game.
BA, the scoreboard definitely doesn't tell the whole story. They were able to pull things together when things got tough, and of course, they closed strong.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Slim.
Boy, it's not just the scoring he gave them, it was the efficiency with which he did it.
And it's Pelicans ball. They're on a 16-4 run. Right with the ball, working on Aldama. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And this one feels just about over.
Yeah, they'll play it out, but I think it just wasn't meant to be tonight.
So it's New Orleans winning this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. As we leave, we present our player of the game.